Hey guys, it's Crystal City Girl Homestead, and now it's time for supper. So, if you remembered me saying something, I had bought those sweet potatoes, and I had 3 still left. So I was thinking, what do I want to make with sweet potatoes that would still be economic and tasty? Never done this one before, I don't think. So we're going to try it today. So I have these 3 potatoes still left, and I want to get those used up. So I got my oven preheated to 350, and I'm just going to poke a few holes in each one of these. They're all nice and washed real good. All the little hairs off them and good stuff like that that sweet potatoes brings. Alright, and then I'm going to spray a little bit of olive oil on them. Now, if you don't have sweet potatoes, you can always use real potatoes. Or if you don't like sweet potatoes or whatever it happens to be. I know that Tom and I never used to be big sweet potato fans, but we've actually started to really like them. So, I guess that's a good thing. I think I want to change this. I had it at 350. I think I'm going to kick it up to 400. So that way, and I'm going to set it for 40 minutes, and that should get it started. So while I'm doing that, I'm just going to do a couple other little things here. I got my little pan. And I have a can of my home canned chicken. And this has a small regular lid, so they're a little bit harder to get out. And I did drain the liquid out of it. Now, if you're going to make a gravy or something, that liquid is good because it literally is the chicken broth off of your chicken that you've canned. So you could make a gravy out of it. And it'd be quite tasty. Alright. Now I want that chicken to be really broke up good. I want small pieces. So once again, we're not going to depend on my fork to do that. We're just going to use my fingers. They're all clean. I hope you guys liked the cookie video earlier. I got a comment from one of my friends on there that kind of bothered me. And she was breaking down how much to lose a pound of weight, and, you know, that her family doesn't eat that kind of stuff. I never want to shame anybody, whether you're skinny or fat. Skinny or heavy, I should say. But just because I make those cookies doesn't mean that me and Tom sit here and eat them all. And, you know, oh, let's devour the cookies. We don't do that. I actually have them on 2 plates right now. We might have a couple tonight. And then we send the rest to work. Or if it's something, you know, kid-friendly, I'll take some to the daycare. So now we're going to use some barbecue sauce. See if I can find my little spoon. There it is. You would think I'd have all that stuff ready. I know starting next week, I think, I've got a set of cupboards behind me. And then I have my working pantry out in the back room there. And then we've got, you know, our big storage downstairs. But I think I'm going to start going through my pantry and some of the canned goods, box goods, whatever. And we're going to get rid of some of that stuff. Not get rid of it, but get it used up. So now when it gets closer to the time that the potatoes are done, I'll start warming up that meat. My dilemma is, should I use sliced cherry peppers or should I do the yellow ones? Because I'm not going by any certain recipe. It's going to be something of my own. So, yeah, once those potatoes get mostly done, I'll be back and we'll get started. And for those of you that bake cookies and cakes and pies and all those things, and you're doing it for your family, if you're not serving them to them every day, I don't see a problem with that. I think that, you know, sometimes a little sweetness goes a long ways. So, yeah. But there will be a candy recipe too that I'll be doing. I haven't picked out what I want to do. And then I'll probably make sweet treats for the firefighters next month. And I'll probably have a couple desserts for Thanksgiving. We're not doing a typical Thanksgiving, so I'm going to make just a couple finger food things. And not sure what I'm doing for Christmas yet. I haven't decided. Alright, so I'll be back. So those potatoes were so big, they actually took like an hour to cook. So I'm going to let them cool down just a little bit before I handle them because they're very, very hot. So I am going to heat this chicken up. And I turned my stove down to 350 because I don't think I need it to be at 400 to do the rest of what I want to do. So I've decided that I'm going to do the sliced cherry peppers because they're a little bit hotter. But I still put a lid, because I'm all out of them in my refrigerator. I'll still put a lid on the other one so that it's up here and they'll be cold when we use them. So now I'm just going to heat that chicken up, and then the potatoes should be cool enough, well, kind of cool, for me to be able to handle them. Alright, so now the potatoes are still piping hot, but that's okay, we're going to work with them. We're going to slice those open. Don't go all the way down through. Just like you would a regular potato that you want to, you know, fill up. The only difference is this is going to be a sweet potato. I don't ever remember, maybe I have, but I don't remember doing any sweet potatoes. And you want to kind of just push that apart a little bit. And then fluff that inside a little bit so that you can make some room. I don't think we're going to need 2 for Tom tonight because these are pretty big potatoes. So he'll have 1 for work tomorrow. And I probably won't be able to finish this whole one, so he'll have whatever I have left. And then just kind of push it down in there so that you have room. I almost touched the pan. We don't want to do that. Kind of crack it, push it apart, and then just fluff it up inside. And for this, you could use your canned chicken that you've done yourself, or the canned chicken from that you buy at the store. I know they give a lot of that at the food pantries too. So this would be another good way to use up some of that. And you don't have to put barbecue sauce in it. You know, you can just put plain chicken, or, you know, spice it up however you'd want it so that it will fit within your budget. So now I'm going to take that barbecued chicken and I'm going to fill the inside of that potato with it. And if you have some of that chicken left, you can always use it for a sandwich or a little side dish of some kind, whatever you want to do with it. But this is going to be a whole meal. And I still have some chicken left. And then what I want to do is I want to take cheese and put that right over top. Just like so. Kind of push it down a little bit. Now with his probably to go into his lunch, I'll probably just cut it right in half so it'll fit okay in the container that we put them in. I'm not sure if this is that cheese that doesn't melt real well, but it'll work. Then I'm going to take some of those peppers and I'm going to strew them on the top. And that's going to add a little bit of spicy to it because these peppers do have a little bit of spice to them. You know, you'd be surprised the things that you can add to give that spicy taste, or, you know, just kind of spice it up to be what you want it to be. Alright. So now we're going to put that back in the oven and let the cheese melt, and then I'll be back. Alright, so what I did with Tom's is I took that leftover chicken, there was just a little bit left there, and I'll let him have that on the side. And then we have a little bit of cottage cheese with pepper on it too. So there's Tom's. And then for his lunch tomorrow, I used Grandma's Tupperware. It was the only thing big enough to hold it all. So, and this is that cheese that doesn't melt all the way. I don't know why it doesn't, but that's okay. So let's take a quick bite here and see what we think. It's nice and piping hot. The sweetness of that sweet potato, and then the spiciness of the pepper and that cheese and the barbecue sauce, absolutely amazing. So I hope that these recipes, and there have been a couple more added, so I think we are at 60 or something like that. It doesn't mean you need to be on EBT to be able to save money. There's a lot of people that are not on EBT that are having a hard time, and they're struggling with how to feed their families. So I hope that these recipes from my channel and other channels are sincerely helping you to get some good ideas on what you can do to save money and to still be able to feed your family. You know, hopefully you can feed them as healthy as you can. That's the goal. So, but, you know, if you can get sweet potatoes for 39 cents a pound, that makes for a very cheap dinner, especially if you did get something from the food bank, like the chicken or whatever. And the leftover barbecue sauce, because I only used about half of that, can be used towards a different recipe of some kind. So, do whatever it takes to feed your family, you know. And if you have to cut corners here and there or change different things that won't fit in your budget, then change them. You know, a sweet potato with just some cheese on it and some peppers or whatever might not have any meat in it, but you can always do that too. But that is definitely a whole meal. But I will come back when Tom gets here and let him taste test it, see what he thinks. But you guys, we can do this together. And we can learn, and we can learn from each other. That's the main thing. It's not just my recipes, it's other channels. And there will be, hopefully, more recipes added. And I think that'll be great. So, I'll be back in a few minutes. Well, hi, Tom.
Hi, where'd you find a potato that big?
I got them out at Horrocks.
Really?
Yep.
These are considered stuffed potatoes, aren't they?
Yep. Barbecue chicken stuffed potatoes.
Mm.
You didn't get any of the stuffing yet. What do you think?
I think it's delicious.
You want to give it that cookie a try? Peanut butter and jelly cookies.
Been trying to watch my girly figure.
I know. We're gonna.
Oh no, too late.
We're gonna put those other ones in a gallon bag and ship them to work. What do you think?
I think I should keep a few in my car.
Yeah.
About half of them.
Well, and then I gave you the leftover barbecued chicken too.
I see that.
So winner, sweet potato dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, we're gonna let the hungry man eat. You guys have a blessed night. Be a blessing, and goodbye, Tom.
Goodbye, Tom.
You guys have a great night.